Hey y'all, I'm Natalie, and you've been reading my previous blog post, and my second to last one was about juicing, and I just love it. All the nutrients you can get from it. It's a speedy way to health. It takes about 15 minutes for all the nutrients to absorb in your system, and there are some controversies with juicing because some say that you're not getting your fiber from the vegetables and that it's not a full meal, which it's not. It should not replace a meal. But it is an easy way for your digestive system to absorb the nutrients, to give it a little break from all the processed foods that it's been trying to digest and take in. So here's one of my favorite recipes for juicing. Here I have carrots, celery, apples, lemon, parsley, beets, and this is just a half and half blend of mixed greens and spinach. Most of the time I get spinach, but this was on sale at the grocery store, so that works too. So first I'm going to be putting in the leafy greens, and because you put it on the low setting right here, because it extracts more juice from the greens. So I'll put the spinach in first. Just get a nice solid handful, and you put it in here. I'll probably put in a little bit more. And then next I put in the parsley, so just about like a solid handful of this as well, and I just kind of fold it in half and stuff it down in there. And then what's next is normally I do like either the apples or the lemons to kind of put a solid on top just to help with the juicing. So I think I'm going to do a little bit of the apples. And just a heads up, sometimes the greens, they make a little noise in the blender or the juicer, and don't freak out, it's natural, it happens. So, and also with the apples, you just want to make sure you de-seed them so that it's not crushed up. Okay, and this is going to be kind of loud, so you probably won't be able to hear me, but you just turn it on, and you lightly push down the greens, but sometimes you need to be a little bit forceful with it. Okay, there you go. And then what I do next, most of the time I just keep it going, but after the greens is when I stop it so I can get all my solid vegetables ready afterwards. I would do your beets first because they are pretty nutrient dense and they turn everything purple, and so you just want to get all the juice out, and I put the celery in after so it flushes everything out of this middle compartment where the juice is. So I load up my beets. It's just one solid beet. Sometimes I use a half if I'm doing a smaller juice, but this is about a 24 ounce, 25 ounce juice. So I'll put in my beets. And then I'm going to load in my celery. And then after this point, I just keep going. And so I'm not like turning the motor on and off. And at this point, I also turn the juicer on high. So the blade's spinning faster and it'll crush up the juice because these are obviously solids as opposed to leafy things. So bear with me. Sometimes tend to bounce out too. And you just tend to let it go a little bit after you're done to make sure all the juice gets out of the middle compartment before you turn it on. Okay, and pretty much done. But here is the final product. It made, like I said, about 25, is it millimeters? Probably. Sure, millimeters works. And this is what it looks like. looks kind of gross, but I promise you, it's very delicious. It's deceiving. And how many I put of each in there just so you have a solid recipe? I put in 4 carrots, 3 stalks of celery. I put in a whole beet, 2 small apples. I did pink ladies because those are my favorite. And also 1 lemon and a solid handful of parsley and spinach / mixed greens. And what's great about this juicer is it has this compartment because there's foam on the top, and like once you spin it around, it like all blends together, and the beets make it this really pretty purple, which I love. And so here we're just gonna pour it in here. Normally I like to get a little ice, so I'm gonna grab some ice really quick. Just to make it cool, because I feel like hot juice is not ideal. And this is your final product. Cheers!